开播吗？
Yeah, can. Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 2. Firstly, let me check, can you hear me clearly? Yes or no? Can you hear me clearly? Yes? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so today we'll focus on the module of counting. So if you have the worksheet, please check it out, okay? And again, I will go through some key points and also show you some examples. So here, let's just do some revision. And after the lesson, you can just scan the QR code to submit your answers to check if your answer is correct or not. Okay, the last 2 minutes. The last 1 minute. Okay, and yeah, for lesson 2, counting, okay? And today you can see that actually for the counting, we already learned 5 topics, including counting 2D figures, statistical graphs, dictionary arrangement method, enumeration in number groups, and number splitting. So here again, you can see that I label them with different colors. So here I want to mention more. For the counting 2D shapes, actually it is a very popular topic in math competitions and for statistical graphs as well. And also actually for statistical graphs, this is also quite important in school math. So if you are P2 students, do remember to master it well, okay? And for the last 3 about the dictionary arrangement method, enumeration in number groups, as well as number splitting, actually for all of these topics, they are about the listing method. So how can you think and list in order, which is very, very important. So here, everyone, if you haven't received our worksheet or the revision materials, so please scan the QR code to contact the Teacher Mew or Teacher Apple. And also you can see that there is another QR code for our group because after the new year, actually we are ready for SASMO preparation. Okay. So since it is 7 p.m. now, so here everyone, let's start. Let's start from the first topic, which is about counting 2D shapes. Actually, I already explained this topic for quite several times, right? As it is very, very important for SASMO and also for some competitions like AMO or SMKC. Also, it is quite popular. So here, basically, we start from the triangle and then move on to rectangle as well as the square. Okay. So here for the first one, how many triangles are there in total? Quickly, everyone, please type your answer in the chat box, A, B, C, or D. How many triangles can you find here? How many? How many triangles? Okay, I think this is a quite a basic one, right? Okay. Do remember that when it comes to the figure counting, that is you have to consider different shapes and different size. So here you can see that for the smaller triangle, we have 1, 2. And also, if you just combine them, you will get a bigger one. That is a 3. Okay, next one. How many triangles are there in total? How many? Oh, this is very easy to make mistake. Yeah, when I'm doing the assessment with some students, actually I see that a common answer is 4 because some students say, I know 1, 2, 3, and then I just combine 3 of them together, right? So actually altogether is 3 plus 4, 3 plus 1, which is 4. Is it correct? So here, look, for this part, okay, let me erase it first. So here, we always start from labeling. So here, look, for these singular triangles, I just label as triangle 1, triangle 2, and triangle 3. So here you see that we start from the singular triangles. There are 3 triangles already. And you have to combine some. So here, let's have a look. If you just combine 2 triangles together, for example, I have triangle 1 and 2, right? Okay, and then we have a triangle 2 and the triangle 3. They can be combined. And move on, you will see the biggest one, that is 1, 2, 3. So actually altogether, it should be, yes, it should be 6, okay? Be more careful. And what about next one? How many triangles are there in total? Now I have 4 singular triangles, okay? Let me label 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it. How many triangles are there now? How many? Okay. So for this one, actually it should be 10. Again, let me show you. Oh, sorry. Okay. So here, let me show you how do we list it in order. So firstly, again, we start from the singular part. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So altogether there are 4. And move on. Look, we can combine 1 and 2, and then you can combine 2 and 3, and then move on. You can combine 3 and 4. So for this, what should we do? After you combine 2 singular triangles together, and then we will move on to 3 singular triangles. So following this, we have 1, 2, 3, correct? And then move on, we have 2, 3, 4, okay? And finally, move on to the last one. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the biggest triangle in the shape. So altogether, it should be 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10. So actually, there is a conclusion when it comes to the triangle counting part. So here, let's have a look. For the first one, if there are 2 singular triangles, actually we start 2 and then add it back to 1. 2 plus 1, which is 3. And if there are 3 singular triangles, that is 3 plus 2 plus 1. So here altogether, you will get 6. And following this, what about if there are 4 singular triangles? So here, look, we have 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 altogether, that is 10. So following this, could you please tell me if there are 5 singular triangles, so what is the total number of triangles in the figure? Yeah, could you please tell me? If there are 5 singular triangles altogether, it should be, what is it? Correct, it should be 15. Excellent, okay? So you will see that for the equation, it should be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is 15. And also here, actually, I want to mention more about the conclusion. When can you apply such conclusion? Make sure that for all these singular triangles, they share the same base, okay? So you can see that their base are in the same straight line. And also, they share a common point. So here you can see that the point is the common one, okay? So only in this way, we can just apply the conclusion. And for the conclusion, actually, it is just based on the number of singular triangles. Okay, so now following this, let's move on here. In the figure below, how many triangles are there? I think maybe you can have a try first. I give you 20 seconds. Yeah, you can just have a try first. What is it? Many different answers? Okay. Many mistakes, to be honest. Okay, so here you can see that what is the special part? There is a straight line in the middle, right? Okay, this is a very typical example. Here, everyone you see. For this red line, actually it split the figure into two parts. So here, let's have a look. We can just count by layers. Okay, this is a very important matter. So now let's focus on the top layer. Well, here let me label as 1, 2, 3. Now you can see that for these three smaller triangles, actually they share the same base and also they share a common point. So what is the conclusion we can apply? Good job. That is a 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is a 6, right? Okay, so now for this, could you please tell me how triangles are there at the bottom? How many? Oh, which one is the bottom part? Okay, let me highlight. So here for the bottom part, that is you just look at the green one here. Okay, here, how many triangles can you see? How many? Only one? No, more than one. 0? Oh, no, not 0. 1? No, not 1. 2? Not 2. Yes. Okay, it should be 3. But I know some of you are very confused, right? What's 3, right? Okay, so here, let me show you. So we start from the smallest one. Look, this is the first one. Can you see that? Okay. And it's the second one. Look, the second one is the median one. So here, let me show you here. Okay, this is the second one. And for this, you see that all together here. 1. Okay. So now you see that all together, there are 3 triangles at the bottom. Okay. Understand now? Okay. So here, all this also need to consider the combine. What is the meaning of combine? Because just now we split the figure according to the red line, right? And then we try to remove the red line. Okay, so here, let's focus on the biggest part. Okay, let me erase it first and then highlight it again. We focus on the biggest part, that is now, everyone, you just ignore the line in the middle and then let's focus on the biggest one. So now you see that when it comes to the biggest part, so here again, for these 3 bigger singular triangles, they share the base again. And also they share a common point. So how many triangles are there if you just combine the 2 layers? How many? Good job. So again, it is a 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is a 6, okay? So just now we split it and count by layers. And for the last step here, we just combine the 2 layers, okay? Try to ignore the lines in the middle. So all together, you see that how many triangles are there? It should be 6, and then plus 3, and then plus 6. So what is the answer? Correct, it should be 15, okay? For such figure, it is quite popular in P2 SASMO. And when you move on to P3, you will see that for the same concept, for the same method, it will show again. But actually, the figure will be more complicated, okay? So after New Year, I will show you more about that. So after the triangle part, let's move on to the rectangle one. Okay, how many rectangles are there in total? Could you please tell me? How many? Yes, correct. Okay, so you will see that there are 3, right? Okay, move on. How many rectangles are there now? How many? Good job. That is a 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, that is a 6. Okay, and move on. How many rectangles are there in total? How many? Okay. Okay, correct. Okay, so you can see that here again, there are 4 smaller rectangles, right? And then actually there is another pattern. So here, let's take some notes. You see that it is very similar to the triangle part. But again, when you apply such conclusion, make sure that for these rectangles, they share the same length and the same height, okay? Same length and same breadth. So here, if there are 2 singular rectangles, so altogether, how many rectangles are there? It should be 2 plus 1, which is 3. And move on, we have a 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is that is 6. And we have a 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is? Yeah, that is 10. Actually, yesterday I showed you, right? Like 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What kind of number sequence is it? Yes, that is a triangular number sequence. Okay, try to memorize some conclusions about the triangle number sequence. So here, let's do something challenging. How many rectangles are there? Okay, I give you some time. Another 25 seconds for you. How many? Okay, so here you can see that we just count by layers first. So what about the top layer? The top layer, that is, you just split the figure by the line in the middle. Okay, so now you see that here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 smallest rectangles. And then applied conclusion, we have 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10. Okay, and what about the bottom layer? Again, how many rectangles are there? Okay. Yes, you will see that actually it is the same, right? So we start from the 4 smallest one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So altogether, how many rectangles? It should be 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is 10. But can we just stop here? No. Do remember to combine the layer. So how do we combine? Okay, so here, let's have a look. Let me highlight. So here you just ignore the line. You just use it to split the 2 layers. So here, pay attention to the biggest part, 3, 4. And don't forget the vertical lines in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now everyone, you just focus on the red part. Okay, again, please tell me how many rectangles are there? Yes, you will see that for all these rectangles, they are taller, right? But again, they share the same base and they have the same length, okay? So altogether, it is another 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So actually, you see that though this figure looks very, very simple, but actually how many rectangles are there altogether? That is 10 plus 10 plus 10, which is 30, okay? So basically, there are 2 steps. First one, count by layer. And for the second one, that is to combine the layers. Okay. Now, let's move on to the squares part. Okay, how many squares are there? I think this one is much easier. Square is usually easier than any other shape. How many? Yeah. You need to consider different size. Okay, so here let's have a look. We start from the smallest one, that is 1 by 1 square, right? Okay, so here you see that there are 9. And move on, don't forget that we have a 2 by 2 square, okay? So here for such square, usually we just pay attention to the middle part, that is the cross part, okay? So let's find that how many cross can you see? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So actually this is also a faster way for us to count the number of 2 by 2 squares. So altogether, there are 4. Move on to the biggest one. Correct. The biggest one, that is a 3 by 3 square. So altogether, how many 3 by 3 square can you see? Yes, only 1, right? Okay, so altogether, what is 9 plus 4 plus 1? You will see that the answer is 14. Okay, excellent. Good job. Yeah, so for triangles and rectangles, we just count by layers. And for the square, do you remember that? For the square, since it has 4 equal sides, so here we just consider different sides, okay? Now move to the second one, dictionary arrangement method. So why do we call such method as a dictionary arrangement? It is kind of like when you are looking for a word in a dictionary. So you will see that here, we always start from letter A, right? And then move on to letter B, and then move on to letter C, D, E, okay, until letter Z. So that is actually, we always start from the first position and check in order. So for example, how come the word bat is in front of a butterfly? Why? Because after you check the first letter, then you just move on to the second one, right? So what about if the second letter is still the same? Then what should we do? We just move on to the third one. So actually also you can see that there is a order. You check one by one from the first one to the last one. And also here we can just apply such idea when we list out to find some numbers. So here I can show you one example. Bonnie is playing a number forming game. Use three number cards as shown below to make 3-digit numbers. So how many different numbers are there that she can make? Yes, pay attention to the sentence inside the brackets. That is, each number card can be used only once. Okay, good job. So for this, let's have a vote. What are we making here? What are we making here? Yes, correct. We are making some 3-digit numbers, okay? Pay attention because sometimes the question may tell you, okay, let's try to make some 2-digit numbers. Let's try to make some 4-digit numbers. So always be careful about the number of digits. Okay, and then for the second question, where should we start from? Should we start from the highest place or should we start from anywhere I want? Everywhere I want? Freestyle, right? Okay, so here we need to start from the highest place, okay? So here following the order, let's have a look, okay? Can we just use the same card again? Can we use the same card? Can we say that, number 2 is my favorite card. So here I just make a number that is 222. Am I correct? Cannot, right? Okay, so here you can see that we cannot repeat the number. And following this, we start from the smallest one. Here is an example for you. Look, always remember that we put the smallest digit in the highest place first. So we put 1 here. After 1, again. That is, you cannot use 1 anymore. So what is the next smallest number? It should be number 2. So we put the number 2 in the middle. Card 2 in the middle. And then move on. Here we just cancel it. So here you see that what is the last one? It must be 3, right? So the smallest possible number, that is 123. Then some students just say, okay, after 123, let's jump to 321. Super easy, right? And then let's jump to 231. No. In this way, you will see that if you don't follow the order, you will repeat or miss some numbers. So after 123, look, I still keep digit 1 in the first place. And then let's move on to the next number. After 2, it should be 3. So here I put the digit 3 in the middle. So the next number, that is 132. Okay? Yes. So for this, move on to digit 2. So here you see that if there is no other choice, and then you can just change the digit you put in the first place. So following this, we have 213. Move on. 231. Move on. 312. And then 321. Okay? So altogether, there are 6 different numbers she can make. Yeah, this is just an example. So now for the second one, I think you can have a try. Use the 3 number cards again. And you try to make some 3-digit numbers, okay? So here, think about it. Any special number here? Can you find it? Any special number here? Okay, good. So here you can see that there is a 0. Can we just put a 0 in the highest place? Cannot, right? So here, what is the smallest digit you can put in the hundredth place? That is 1, okay? And to move on, we put a 0 first and then put 2 in the end. So for the first possible number, let's try to list from 102. Okay, then what is the next number? Yes, after 102, what is the next number? Jump to 210, right? No, follow the order. What is the next bigger number? Correct. It should be 120, okay? So, for this, okay, can you find any other number starting with the digit 1? Cannot. So what should we do? Let's just change the digit in the highest place. So for the next one, it should be 201. Correct. And following this, we have 202. and 10. Correct, okay? So now can you find more? Can you find more? No more. Because again, each number card can be used only once. That means you cannot make the number like 222 or 111, okay? So you see that here, check in order. So here you won't miss or repeat any number, okay? 444, no. Okay, so for this, let's try a challenge part. So here you can see there are 3 cards as shown in the picture. Using them, she can form different numbers. For example, okay, read the example carefully. 989, 986, 866, and so on. How different 3-digit numbers can she form using these 3 cards? So I have a question. How come there are 2-digit 9 and why are there 2-digit 6? Why? Can you find why? Correct. Because what is the special part of this question? Yes, each number card can be used only once, but we can try to rotate them. So now everyone, you see that what numbers we can rotate to get a new number? What is it? Yes, for number 9 and number 6, we can try to rotate them to get a new number, right? For number 8, actually, no matter how you rotate it, it is always 8, right? Made of 2 circles, okay? So following this, let's try to classify. The first one is, if I don't rotate any number card, okay, then you will see number card 9, card 8, and card 6. So here, let's try. Start from the smallest one. So what is the first number I can make? Think about it. First number. It's not 986. Smallest one. Start from the smallest one. Yeah. Check the order. Good. That is 600 and yes, 689. Okay. Then move on. You will get 698, and then move on 869, and then 896, and then move on to 900 part. Okay. So here I just show you directly. And then for the second one, look, 986. Now I try to rotate 1 card. Okay, pay attention. I only rotate 1 card. So now I try to rotate 9 to 6. So you see that what numbers can we make? Yes, you can see 686. So what is the smallest number you can make? Smallest. It is not 686. What is the smallest one? Yeah, correct. Good job. So that is 668. And then move on to 686. And then the last one is 866, right? So now for this, just now we try to rotate the card 9. Any other choice? Good job. So now that is I just rotate the number 6 to 9. So now, what are the 3 number cards? You will see 989, right? So actually here, you can see 2 number 9s. Again, what is the smallest number you can make? What is the smallest number you can make? Smallest. Okay, correct. Smallest one, of course, we just put the digit 8 first, right? 8 is smaller than 9, okay? So following this, you can see 899, and then 989, and then move on, the biggest one is 998. So following this, another choice. Okay, if I just rotate 1 card, you can get some new numbers. And what about if I rotate 2 cards? Look, 9 to 6, and then 6 to 9. Can you get some new numbers? Actually, no, right? It will be totally the same as the first one. So in this way, you can see that after you classify and then all together, actually we have a 6 plus 3 plus 3, which is 12. Okay? Good job. Okay. I see that some of you answered it correctly. Well done. I think this one is a bit complicated. Yeah, okay. So for this, let's move on to a new division in number groups, okay? This is another hard part, okay? Let's have a look. There are some two-digit numbers, the digit in the ones place, pay attention. Ones is one more than the digit in the tens place. List down all the possible numbers. So here, let's have a look. There are some two-digit numbers. So when it comes to the two-digit numbers, basically we know that you need to consider tens place and the ones place. And according to the clue here, which one is the bigger one? Yeah, let's read the sentence again. The digit in the ones place is one more than the digit in the tens place. That means ones place is bigger, right? So everyone, you see that for this long sentence, actually you can just turn that into the diagram. Let's label the clue. So here you can see that ones place equals to tens place plus 1. So here you draw the arrow and write it down, plus 1. So following this, we start from the smallest one. As you can see here, I already listed down everything for you. The smallest digit I can put in the tens place. Do remember that 0 cannot be put in the highest place. So we must start from digit 1. So for 1 plus 1, super easy, right? 1 plus 1, that is 2. And move on, 2 plus 1, that is 3. 3 plus 1, that is 4. So move, you can see that for the numbers such as 45, 56, 67, 78, 89, all of them are correct. For the last one, can we say that, okay, 9 plus 1, that is 10. Can you see some numbers is called 9010? Is it possible? After 89, and then can we say 9010? No, right? Good job. So you see that the digit 9 is the biggest one, okay? The digit 9 is the biggest digit. So here we just stop here. In the end, put a cross here, okay? Cancel 8. So following this, you can just count from 1 to 8. Altogether, there are 8 possible numbers. So here, for such question, what should we do? I know that for listing method, actually it is quite boring, right? But to be honest, it is very easy to make mistake here because some students feel that very boring. So here I just skip it and then I just skip it, right? Okay, don't do that. So here let's have a quick summary of the basic steps. For the first, we just write down place values. Since there are 2 digits, so here write down T for tens, O for ones. Then for the second one, you need to write a clue on top. In this way, you don't need to read the question, read the long sentences again, right? You can just refer to the arrow and the number you put there. For the last one, that is to list out in order. Start from the smallest one to the biggest one, okay? Yes. Any question now? No, right? Super easy, okay? So let's do some quick quiz. Here for the first one, A or B. How can we draw the clue? The digit in the tens place is one more than the digit in the ones place. Pay attention, which one is the bigger one? A or B? A or B? It should be B, okay? A tens place is one more. So here the arrow should be pointing to the tens place, okay? Next one, the digit in the tens place is one less than the digit in the ones place. Okay, which one is it? A or B? Okay, well done. Yes, this time is A, right? Because the tens place is the smaller one. That means the digit in the ones place is the bigger one. So the arrow is pointing to O, okay? Now following this, the digit in the tens place is 4 more than the digit in the ones place. What is it? Which one? Which one is the correct one? Yes, correct. Okay, that is B. Okay, the last one. The digit in the ones place is 2 more than the digit in the tens place. What is it? Well done. That is A. Okay. So let's look for another part here. Calvin is looking for some 2-digit numbers. The difference. Look, what is the keyword? Difference. The difference between the digits in the tens place and the ones place is 6. List down all possible numbers. So firstly, what should we do? What should we do? After you underline the keywords, you need to write down T and the O, right? Okay. And then do remember to write the clue on the top. And you need to classify here. Why? Why? Good job. Because here the question just said that the difference is 6. But actually, which digit place is bigger? So far, we cannot confirm, okay? So now you see that, let's try to list in order. For the first one, we just start from the ones is the bigger one. So here, what is the smallest digit you can put in the tens place? Okay, so we can write it down. 1 here, and then 1 plus 6, that is 7. And then move on 2. 2 plus 6, that is 8. Then move on 3. 3 plus 6, that is 9. Okay, can you get 4? 4 plus 6, that is 10. Again, can you see some numbers called 40, 10? Is it possible? 40, 10. All right, okay. So, can we should say that, okay, my final answer, 17, 28, 39, that's all. No, I just told you need to classify, right? So how can we classify? That is, we need to change the direction of the arrow. So here, if we just suppose that the tens place now, the digit in the tens place is bigger. So note about it, is 0 possible in ones place? Can we put the digit 0 in ones place? Of course, for all the round numbers, you can see that like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? All of them ends with 0 in the end. So here, let's write it down. We start from 0 and then 0 plus 6 equals to 6. Okay, do remember that we always focus on the smaller digit, okay? So move on after 0, that is 1. 1 plus 6, you can get 7. So the next number is 71. Then move on 82 and then 93. Again, can you see something like a 10T4? 10T4, is it possible? No, 10T4, that is for 104, okay? That is not the 2 digit already. So you see that we just stop here. Actually, how many possible numbers are there altogether? We have 17, 28, 39, 60, 71, 82, and 93, okay? So for the last part here, for the numbers 1 to 40, there are some 2-digit numbers in which the sum of the tens digit and the ones digit is 10. List down all such numbers. So here you see that what is the special requirement? That is the range, right? For the numbers 1 to 40. So here, again, to write down tens and ones first. So what is the clue? Sum is 10. So here, the 2 digits add up to 10. So now you see that we start from the smallest one. Okay, I put 1 first, 1 in the tens place. Then 1 plus 9, you will get 10. Move on, 28. 2 plus 8, you will get 10. Move on, 3 plus 7, you will get 10. Okay, move on, 4 plus 6. Am I correct? No, actually we just stop here. Why? Because you can see that for the next one, it will be 46, right? 46, indeed, digit 4 and digit 6, we can make a perfect 10. But is it still in the range from 1 to 40? No. Okay, so here we just stop here, okay? Overall, there are only 3 numbers, okay? Yes, we just stop here, okay? So next part for number splitting. Okay, this is another challenging part. And indeed, after the new year, actually, I will explain this one more about the number splitting. Okay. So here, first, let's start from an easy one. Split 4 candies into 2 identical plates. So pay attention to the keywords identical. What's the meaning of identical? That is actually they are totally the same, right? So here, when you see the keyword identical, also we can get information that is the order doesn't matter. Let me show you. For example, the first part I just put 1 and 3 separately. And for the second way, maybe I just split 2 and 2, right? Okay, this is another way. And the student says, maybe I can just put 3 and 1. But you see that since the 2 places are identical, so actually, no matter you put 1 candy here or 1 candy there, actually they are totally the same, okay? The order doesn't matter. Understand here? So in this way, actually, we need to cancel the last one. To make it more clear for you to memorize, look here. How do we split 4 into 2 parts? We write it as 1, 3, 2, 2, and then 3, 1. As you can see that the letter number is smaller than the previous one. Then we just say that here is a Mr. Angry. Mr. Angry says, how dare you have more than mine? Totally the same, right? So do remember that when the order doesn't matter, actually you need to consider Mr. Angry. Okay? So following this, let's try. How many ways are there to make a sum of 13 using 3 different positive whole numbers? So pay attention here. Sum is 13. 3 different positive whole numbers. What is the meaning of positive whole numbers? That is for the all the whole numbers starting from 1, okay? 0 is not included. And then the numbers in different orders are treated as one way. In other words, the order doesn't matter. Let's have a look. Okay, we start from the smallest positive whole number, which is 1. So what is the second number I can put? Can I put 1 again? Can I put 1 again? Cannot. Why? Why not? Good job. Because that is different, okay? That is different. That means the smallest number you can put in the middle, that is 2. So now you can see 1 plus 2 plus which number? And then you can get a 13. 1 plus 2 plus? Yes, 1 plus 2 plus 10, okay? Then for this, I still put 1 here, and then move on, it should be 1 plus 3 plus 9, good job. And move on, you will see 1 plus 4 plus 8, 1 plus 5 plus 7, 1 plus 6 plus 6. Look here, why do I just eliminate it? Why? From which keyword? Good job. 166, right? So you can see digit 6 here, it appears twice. So actually that means it is wrong because you need to find the 3 different positive whole numbers. And to move on, we start from 2. Okay, here 2 plus 3. Remember that after you put the 2 in the first place and then cannot repeat the numbers. So here the middle one should be 3. 2 plus 3 plus 8, that is 13. And then move on, we have 2 plus 4 plus 7, 2 plus 5 plus 6, 2 plus 6 plus 5. Why do I cancel it? Why? Correct, because there is Mr. Angry. How dare you are bigger than me, right? Okay. So for this, move on to the next one. 3 plus 4 plus 6. And then move on. 3 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, already canceled. Why? Because 5 and 5, they are totally the same. Okay, good job. Move on to 4. Actually, we'll see that for the first part, it is already wrong. Why? 4, 5, 4. Again, you can see Mr. Angry here, right? Okay. So for this, let's count how many possible ways are there. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So altogether, the answer is 8. Understand? Okay. So when do we look for Mr. Angry? That is only when you see that the order doesn't matter. That is for the numbers, for the groups, actually they are totally identical. Okay. So for the next one, Alison has 6 identical stamps. She wants to distribute the stamps among her 3 friends, Ria, Jason, and Nicole. There is no guarantee that all friends will receive stamps. Alison can distribute the stamps in how different ways. So in this question, this is another part about the number splitting. Here, we have to consider the order. Why? Look, 6 identical stamps and 3 friends. Can we say that, okay, Ria, Jason, Nicole, all of them are the same person? Are they identical? No, right? In this way, you have to consider that how do you distribute these steps. And also there is another important information, that is there is no guarantee that all her friends will receive stamps. That means actually the smallest number, it should be 0. Okay? So now let's try to list in order. Look, we start from the smallest number for everyone. So firstly, we are receive 0. Jason receives 0. And then what about Nicole? Nicole also 0? No. The total is 6. So here you can see 0 plus 0 plus 6, right? This is the first way. Then following this, okay, we can still start from 0. What about the Jason? Let me increase the number. 1 and then 5. Move on, we have a 0, 2, 4. Move on, we have a 0, 3, 3. Good job. Move on, we have a 0, 4, 2. Okay, next one, 0, 5, 1. Can we stop it? No, because you need to make sure that here reach the biggest number, that is 6. So if I just give all these 6 stamps to Jason, then what about Nicole? Nicole only received 0, right? Nothing. Okay? Yes. So what about the second one? Okay, don't just stop here, everyone. After you check a 0 group and then move on to 1 group, okay? So if I just give 1 stamp to Ria, what is the smallest number of stamps I can give to Jason? Yes, it is still 0, okay? So here, 1 plus 0 plus 5. Move on. 1 plus 1 plus 4. Move on. 1 plus 2 plus 3. Move on. 1 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, move on. I see that you can type much faster than me, okay? Move on. 1 and 4 and 1 and 4 and 1. Okay, next one, don't stop here. 1 and 5 and 0. Good job. Okay, so move on. Again, don't just stop here. Move on to 2 group. Okay, so here increase the first number. 2 and 0 and 4. Okay, so here, yeah, I see that some students are confused. Why don't we look for Mr. Angry this time? Remember that. When do we look for Mr. Angry? Only when the order doesn't matter. That is kind of like if I give you or I give it, actually that is totally the same. In this way, you will need to look for the Mr. Angry. But here, actually, there are different people. So you have to consider different orders, okay? And then move on, 2 and 1 and 3. Move on, 2 and 2 and 2. And then move on, 2 and 3 and 1. Good job. Next one, 2 and 4 and 0. Correct. Okay, so for this, what is the next number? What is the next number? Yes, we start from 3, okay? And in the middle, again, the smallest number is 0. 3, 0, 3. And then we have a 3, 1, 2, okay? Oh, yes, I see. Some of you already find the pattern. 3, 2, 1. And then move on. 3, 3, 0, okay? Be patient. Almost there. So for this, we have a 4, 0, 2. And then 4, 1, 1. And then 4, 2, 0, okay? Move up. 5, 0, 1. And then 5, 1, 0. And then 6, 0, 0. Okay, finally. So actually, everyone, you see that there is a pattern. What is the pattern? What is the pattern? Good job. So actually, you see that it looks like a triangle number sequence, right? Okay, so you just check how many possible ways are there for the first group. If we start from 0, so actually you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then move to the second group, we have 6. And then move 5, 4, 3, 2. So all together, actually, again, this is the triangle number sequence. 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. The answer is, let me check if you still remember. Yesterday, I just told you, try to memorize. Okay, what is it? Yes, that is 20, 21, 28. Okay? Yes, understand now? So actually, in the future, when you read the question, you know that, okay, I have to consider the order. And here, we know that what is the smallest number. Then what should we do? You only need to list out the first group and then just follow the pattern. Okay, so actually this is another conclusion. And actually, I hope here everyone you can take some notes because I want to do some quick summary of the number splitting part. This is quite important in P3, okay? So for the first one, we always start listing from 1 unless there is a condition that states the minimum number. Because for some questions, actually it will tell you the minimum number is 2, the minimum number is 3, and then you just start from the specific number, okay? Otherwise, we always start from 1. And for the second one, we always list one by one in order until you can see Mr. Angry. But do remember that when do we need to look for Mr. Angry? That is when the order doesn't matter. And what's the meaning of Mr. Angry? That is the numbers behind is smaller than the front numbers. So actually you can just cancel it and stop here. Move on to the next group. As following this, how to order here, how to list in order? We just increase the number in the first pile. So firstly, we will 1 and then move on. That is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then move on. That is 3, 3, and then move 4, 4. Okay. Do remember that check in order. And for this is eliminate or double check the conditions. Especially, you need to check for the special conditions like a minimum number, maximum number, no repeating numbers, and so on. Okay. So here also there are 2 types. As you can see that here for the first one, that is the order does not matter. And then what should we do? Look for Mr. Angry. And for the second one, if the order of combination does matter, then what should we do? Find the pattern. Okay, you don't need to list out everything. You just start from the first group. As long as your first group is the correct one, and then -1, -1, -1, -1, -1. That is the triangle number sequence. So this is the end, okay? And tomorrow, Teacher Miu will explain more to you. And do remember that if you haven't received our ebook for revision, please scan the QR code. And also, after the new year, we will share more about the SASMO preparation. Okay. Yeah, so see you everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.